Good afternoon, and welcome to BBC Two.
Hello and welcome to Back to the 80s, the podcast that travels back through time in a rose-tinted DeLorean. Yes, folks, it's been a little while, a couple of weeks maybe, but we had another Beacon podcast in between, but we're back for a main podcast episode, as it were. And it's a bit of a difference this time because it has just been SDCC, and in a couple of days it will be LFCC. So, yeah, busy convention times, and along the LFCC route, we've got a couple of returning peoples to the podcast. Well, both of them you know really, really well, but one of them used to actually present the podcast. It's been a while, but he's back. The First Lady of the Back to the 80s podcast has returned. Hello, Phil.
Hello.
Hello.
It is brilliant to be back.
How are you?
Very well. Tired, but very well.
Groovy. Good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you.
Joining us as well, I'm not going to say a guest because she ain't a guest because she's been on the podcast loads and therefore is a friend to the podcast. She is a correspondent to the podcast. It is, of course, Harriett Green from Manga Girl.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me back.
That's all right. It's always a pleasure. I just thought it'd be nice to have you two guys talking about LFCC because we's all going to be there.
Yeah.
It's very strange because I've got like three of my friends now. I've got you guys, and then I've got my friend Lee who does the Nerva Beacon podcast. She's going to be there with her fella as well. So it's like, so I'm going to be meeting up with people.
Oh my god, we actually exist.
Yeah, at one of these things. I mean, Harriet, it'll be you and me. We've never met in person.
No, we've known each other for years, and this is like the first time we're actually meeting face to face.
Yeah.
It's actually surreal.
Exactly.
Well, I have never met Harriet either.
No, that's true.
I have had the joy of Glenn's company on numerous occasions.
That was a long time ago, though. We were talking about this 5 years ago was the last time we spoke to each other in person. Very weird.
Crazy.
You were like a single man. Well, not a single man, but you weren't a married man back then.
Nope.
You didn't have a little kid.
Nope. That's true as well. Hence why I'm tired. No,
all the time.
All the time.
But excellent stuff. Well, like I say, just thought we'd meet up and have a quick chat about things like SDCC and LFCC. But the first thing I want to get out of the way, and I've not really spoken to you two guys about this. We did speak about it on Nerva Beacon with Matt Timey and obviously Lee, my colleague. Doctor Number 13 has been announced. A couple of weeks now.
Yes.
And it is a lady.
It's a lady.
Yeah, as we obviously said before, Jodie Whittaker will be taking over the role. As everybody knows, I'm very happy it's a lady. I just wish I knew what she'd done before, and I refuse to watch it now. I'm not watching her in anything because I want her to be like Matt Smith, so I'm fresh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I think most people that have seen her in Broadchurch
That's where I
really
watched her,
say
yeah.
she's a very good actress.
That's what I've heard. That and Attack the Block, which I've not seen.
Yes. No, I haven't seen either. So I personally haven't seen her either. From my standpoint, this is not a popular opinion, but I really just couldn't take the Capaldi at all. Mm-hmm. So I just did what a normal sane person would do and stopped watching. I didn't bitch, I didn't cry, I didn't go on a rant. I just stopped watching. So I'll probably watch the Christmas special because I'm off work at Christmas. Yes! So I'll watch Christmas special so that I get his final goodbyes and obviously 13's introduction. And then I'll do what I did with Capaldi. I'll give it an episode or two, and if it just doesn't float, then I'll stop watching. You know, it's the man babies and the crying and the selling of collections and stuff that have kept me tickled over the last little while.
Thing is, I've not seen much of that. I've seen exactly the opposite, where people are stating doubt and then getting ripped to pieces by people saying, "Oh, well, you're just a sexist." Clearly, and I don't think expressing doubts is anything other than saying, "Oh, I'm not sure." I'm not sure how to feel about this. Because for 13 times, 54 years, it has been the man who's played the role.
Yeah.
So it's expressing a bit of doubt and saying, "Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about that." That's not sexist. That's just change is weird.
But is that not just the general feeling every time there is a new Doctor?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
David Tennant was announced. Oh, not too sure about that. Eccleston was brilliant. I didn't like Christopher Eccleston either. I watched his episodes, but I wouldn't rave about him.
Smith was the biggest one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Matt Smith came in. It was like, oh,
unknown quantity.
It's like, oh, that guy's face. Oh, he's so young. It's like, oh, and then I had loved David Tennant's run, and I was like, oh, they're never going to top it, and and Matt Smith was amazing, you know. So, I think we all go into these announcements with a little bit of trepidation, sort of going, oh, not too sure about that. But there's, oh, I'm not too sure about that, and then there's, oh, it's a woman. And then an hour later, selling everything that you own that says Doctor Who on it. I
mean, speaking of women, Harriett.
Yes.
You're a woman.
Yes, last time I checked.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the announcement and everything? Is it something that's like... Because I know there have been women who said, oh no, if it's not a bloke, I don't want to watch it. And there's been women who said, yay, feminism, great, about bloody time. Sort of, are either of those, do you fit in the middle, or what are your thoughts?
I'm alongside with Phil. You know, there's trepidation behind a new Doctor in regards to, oh well, we'll give this a couple of episodes and see what happens. But when I heard it was Jodie Whittaker, I was just like, okay, they actually did it. It was just more surprise more than anything, because they actually bit the bullet and actually went with a woman. And then I thought, well, because I was on holiday at the time and I didn't have much internet access, and I thought, well, I don't know what's going to be the backlash until I get home. And then when I did, it was literally like about an 80-20 from what I saw. It was like 80%, yes, brilliant, this is fantastic, and then 20% boo, I'm never going to watch Doctor Who again. But no, I'm happy. And you know, a lot of girls are saying, oh, now we don't have to, because you know, with cosplay.
Oh, I think we've lost Harriett.
Possibly. I thought we were losing me.
Oh, no, you're still here, but I think we have lost Harriett. Are you there, Harriett?
While we're waiting for Harriett
to
rematerialize, let's look at this way, right? Yous have both seen the fairly positive side of this. Unfortunately, my Facebook feed just tended to be full of bitter people, including younger people, male and female, who basically only came in with Eccleston and all of them and the like, and that were really sort of it's got to be a young hot man, you know, kind of thing. And obviously this has put them off. So I've seen maybe a lot more of that, maybe just not as balanced as that. And to go slightly off on a tangent, you were saying about you know, sort of like the sexist thing, and then other people going, oh, it's great for feminism and stuff, and that kind of thing has just completely blown up and gone crazy. I don't know if you've seen or read the report about Dunkirk,
there are people
where somebody has said that it's not diverse enough. There's no females, there's no blacks. It's a historical event that had no females, no blacks, blah 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 blah.
Because you know, they weren't there. They were sort of young male soldiers, some of whom might have been gay. Come on, let's face it.
Yeah, exactly.
But they were probably more concerned with running away from the fucking Germans.
So what I'm saying is, like, it's that brigade that are bashing Dunkirk for that are the minority, sort of hopeful minority that are going, oh, like this, like the one person that said that because it was a female doctor, it still wasn't diverse enough. It should have been a black female lesbian.
Oh, Anita.
You know, it's
Anita. You are silly. You don't even watch the show, and you admitted it, and therefore you don't have an opinion. So there you go. Harriett is back with us, I think.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
So yes,
brilliant.
We got as
What did I get to?
I think something like you knew who Jodie was, and that something about internet not having an internet.
Oh yes, yeah. When I was on holiday, I had no internet, so it was a case of I didn't know what the backlash was going to be until I got internet access, and when I did, it was very much 80-20.
Yeah,
I suppose
80%.
It was good, and then the 20%. Oh God, I'm never going to watch the show again. Blah 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 sort of thing. It's a woman, and then it's good. So I'm really happy it is a woman because it's the case now. There will be. I know a lot of people have already got their costumes ready for LFCC this weekend of the 13th Doctor because this is kind of a default costume, I suppose, for now because we don't know what her costume is going to be. But it's good that now a lot of females, a lot of them still feminize the male doctors. But I did see a post saying, "Oh, now we can actually wear a costume that is for a
legitimately."
Woman.
Yeah, I suppose legitimately. I don't like to use that word. Yeah, and Lee, who co-hosts Nerva Beacon with me, she gender swaps 11. So she has an 11 costume that she looked great in. And there's a girl on Twitter, she's from Holland, I think she is. She does, hands down, the best Fifth Doctor. Because the Fifth Doctor's kind of girly anyway, you know, with his long floppy hair and everything. She looks exactly like him. It's spooky. What she needs, I always think what she needs is a female Turlo, and they're away. That's like the shipper's dream, that would be. But there you go. But yeah, obviously, you do Osgood.
Yes. I need to do the new costume, but I cannot find a jumper. It's a nightmare at the moment. That
hoodie, yeah.
I've been looking.
I would keep looking. I'm sure on Etsy that's going to spring up somewhere, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I can get the shirt and everything else. It's just that damn jumper with the patches. I can't get the right colour. I can't get the right size. It's a bit frustrating. Cosplay issues, I tell you. And I don't cosplay very often, but, you know, the one time I actually want to do it and you think, damn it, I actually might have to make this and I don't really want to. It's really annoying, but
I can't wait to see what she's going to be dressed like. There's a picture going around. I think they're basically very cleverly. It's like a Madame Vastra dress. They put her in a Madame Vastra dress, and she looks really good. And it's like I can't see it because running around London or wherever in a dress like that might be cumbersome to film.
Yeah, because the Doctor does run a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of the Doctor's thing, isn't it? So I'm guessing some sort of suit. I mean, honestly, she could get away with Tennant, couldn't she? With 10 more?
Yeah.
I'd be down with that.
I mean, it's quite funny because before we left, I think it was Barcelona or something like that. No, that was at Monte Carlo, and we was trying to get the signal, but all I kept seeing on Twitter was, for God's sake, can the tennis stop? Because I just want to know who the Doctor is. You just had people specifically watch the end of Wimbledon just to see the Doctor. I think the best quote was, oh God. Yeah. I think the best quote I read from a girl, she said, oh God, I'm a nerd. They're making me watch tennis just to find out the Doctor, and I'm hating every minute of it. And you just hear come on, we don't want to see a repeat of this. We just want to know what it is. And then at the exact point I found out who it was, I lost internet. So I thought, right, that's perfect. And then later on, I connected to the internet again, and it took about 4 minutes before I could actually see the 1 minute trailer. That's how much it was buffering.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was just like, yep, okay, I know who it is now. I just wanted to see the reveal, but it was worth it.
Oh, I think
definitely.
So. And yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm very interested to see what she does with it. It's going to be interesting times for sure. And that's maybe what we need, you know? The Doctor needs to be a woman, I think. I think it's the right time. The idea has been seeded for a very long time. That, you know, Time Lords can swap genders. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen live when the General went from being a man into a woman again, apparently. Because one of his first comments when she regenerated was, "Oh, I never could get used to being a man." So there you go. So we've seen it happen live on screen. We just need to actually get the thing with the Doctor. Speaking with that, he has one adventure left. Have we seen the trailer, the SDCC trailer for Doctor Who, Twice Upon a Time?
I haven't seen it yet, no.
No, I haven't either.
It looks very, very good. Mark Gatiss is in it.
Oh yes, I've seen the still image of him dressed in I think he's in the military uniform, isn't he?
World War I captain. He's called the Captain. Anybody want to bet that his last name is Lethbridge Stewart? Now, it's not going to be the Brigadier, but I reckon he's going to be Brigadier's dad.
A relation of some type, yeah.
But I really hope it's his dad. And the last scene we see, after it's been regenerated, the last scene we see of the Captain is him with a little boy on his knee, telling him about a white-haired old man called the Doctor who solves problems.
Right, nice.
Isn't that right, Alistair? And it's like, oh, I hope that's it. I really do. That'd be typical Moffat as well. So that would be very, very good. If you want to see the trailer, it is online. It looks very good. It does look good. So yeah, that was Doctor Who. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I can't remember what it was now. But anyway, SDCC. I'll remember it in a second, I'm sure. But SDCC. What did you guys think of the show this year? Was it as interesting as you thought it was going to be? Any of the reveals? Anything stand out to you at all, Harriet?
For me, because I kind of came in midway through it, so I'm still catching up with news. But I've seen the Justice League trailer, the Ford trailer, and because I'm collecting wrestling figures now, that was kind of my main focus. But my peak was I was interested when there's bringing out these kind of Barbie dolls now of some of the female wrestlers, and you think, I actually might buy them. They actually look good.
I neglected to tweet you that picture, or I'll show you on Facebook, because I saw them and I thought, yeah, Harriet will be wanting them.
It's true. I mean, my poor bank balance, I tell you, after I saw those figures, it's just like, right, I need room and I need money. I could do the room, I just need the money. But it was good. I mean, there's some figures that hadn't been released. There's the Miss Elizabeth figure that's being released. And I that's my money. That's what I'm going straight for.
Miss Elizabeth.
But yeah, and what else? There's the DuckTales. There was a thingy bob, because the reboot looks really good.
It is starting to look really good, actually. Did you see the Doctor Who time travel short that they did?
I didn't know. The only thing I've seen is the theme tune, which I absolutely love.
Oh, that was
I'm
great.
probably one of a few. I'm one of a few who probably does, but that's good. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
You mean the one where the cast sang it?
Oh no! There's a new one. I think it's a female singer who's I don't know her name, but
no, I've seen that as well. It's a good redo of the thing. They were never going to use the original.
No.
But they obviously, when they first announced it, they did the cast sing it as well.
Yeah, I did see that, and then that's when I first started. I thought, oh. And when I saw David Tennant, I was like, "Oh my god!"
I think a lot of people did that.
Maybe more for the fact they know him as the Doctor, but I suppose maybe not all the people didn't grow up watching DuckTales or Darkwing Duck and stuff like that. So for them, this is brand new. So it's a new adventure for them.
Definitely, and it looks like most of the cast is sort of handpicked from Saturday Night Live as well. So that's always good, and Community and everything. So. DuckTales looks really good. Yeah, there's a little short cartoon all about time travel with Scrooge and Webby, I think it is. But it is pretty good. It's pretty funny, and it does sort of mention Doctor Who in there, because obviously David Tennant is now Scrooge McDuck. So,
I think the only bad thing I've heard said is a few people don't like the girl that's doing Webby's voice, and it's like...
I can't remember her name now, but she used to be in Scrubs. She was Raj's girlfriend, the one who kept running away.
Yeah, and that's right, in Big Bang,
I think she's really good. She's alright.
The voice is fine. I think a lot of people just have looked and went, oh, look at the annoying people that she plays, and then it's like, I don't like her, and it's like, you haven't seen it, give it a chance, it's like, with everything, it's like...
I must admit, I didn't like her character in Big Bang Theory because she kept treating Raj badly, but that's not her. It's not actually her. You realise that, right?
No, that's the character written to make her be like that, annoying and stuff. So it's like, but it's. I think again that's people judging too soon.
That's what they do. That's fans for you. I know there's some furore going on with Supergirl. There's people getting easily offended again because apparently there's a ship group called Supercorp, where it's that they're shipping Kara and Lena Luthor. And the cast sang a song, basically, like a humorous little skit, where they basically made it very clear that's never going to happen. And the shipping group just said, oh, well, you must hate gay people then. It's like, no, I don't follow. They just don't agree with your ship. And they're the writers, so they're allowed not to agree with your ship. So, but there you go. Speaking of wrestling, obviously Harriett, big fan. What are your views on Raw and SmackDown at the moment, Harriet? Anything? Are you enjoying it? Are you not enjoying it?
Raw is getting better.
It is.
But SmackDown is, after the Battleground on Sunday, I have no clue what is going on at the moment. I think they've dubbed it like the worst pay-per-view of the year so far.
Wasn't great. Have you seen SmackDown this week?
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I've seen clips, so I have seen who has returned.
Yeah.
So in case anyone hasn't watched it, I won't say, but I was very happy.
Well, if you do spoil it, you know what happened.
Yeah. No, but in case anyone listens, I suppose. But I don't know. SmackDown are just... It's as if they're just... I mean, they cancelled Talking Smack while I was away. I was really annoyed by that because I enjoyed Talking Smack.
Yeah.
I was just thought, why? But that's Vince putting the boot in because he doesn't like realism. You know, he just wants everything
like it was in the 90s.
In the magical world. Yeah, exactly.
Basically, Vince is... It's his pushback because he hasn't got all the big, massive muscle men that he used to.
Yeah.
Because wrestling's changed, Vince. There's a couple of things that are sort of helping things along in SmackDown at the moment. You're getting that big match next week, which we won't spoil. Yes. I won't spoil for anybody, but there's a big match going to happen next week. And the matches that I saw thus far on SmackDown this week are very good. Raw at the moment is the better show, and that's probably down to one man. That one man is Braun Strowman.
Oh, Braun. He's fantastic. He's brilliant.
It's really difficult. I was talking to a friend about this the other day. It's really difficult to get that monster heel gimmick across. It's not an easy thing. And he's just doing it. He's killing it. It's almost like Kane back in 97 with The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Where The Undertaker couldn't do jack shit without Kane coming in and ruining it.
The thing with Braun, though, is as much as a heel that he is, and they're pushing him as a heel, but because he's up against Roman, and I know Harriet is a big Roman fan, so I apologise for this, but he is shit.
Carry on.
So therefore, they are treating him as a heel and Braun as the face, and I literally do think that Roman's days as being this big push are completely numbered. I don't agree. I think Vince is starting to realise that, like, people just don't like him. If they heel turn him, then that would be good. Because then we'd have a reason to hate him. You know?
I think people have enough reason to hate him, and they don't need any reason to hate him. I think this is actually working out better for Roman. Is this angle?
You think?
People were cheering him. If they can, especially when they put the random factor of Samoa Joe in there, because Samoa Joe is awesome no matter what he does. Mm-hmm. But Roman being involved in all this, he's looking more awesome. I think he is. Anyway, I'm getting quite a newfound respect for Roman Reigns going up against Braun all this time. And if he can take on... Because he is clearly not the bigger man in this. He's getting his ass kicked. But he's fighting back, and he keeps fighting back. And I kind of like the fact that he's fighting back. It's making me give a reason to care about him. Instead of just... It's that thing, show, don't tell. Don't tell me he's a badass. I don't care. Anybody can say they're a badass. If you show me Roman Reigns going up against Braun Strowman and winning and sort of making headway into that, yeah, fair enough. He's a badass. I'll care about that. I think
you made a point there that they were cheering him. Were they actually cheering him, or was it edited like every episode generally is to make it sound like it's being cheered? So.
I think, all right.
Because there's lots of shows where people went, hey, I was there and we were booing him. We weren't cheering him. Nobody was cheering him. And yet on Raw, when it's on television, when you rewatch it, it's like, hey, wait, he's being cheered.
All right,
you know, so,
all right, Alex Jones info was. No,
But I don't really have the ability to comment too much because I don't, with work and stuff, I don't get to watch. My keeping up with wrestling is Wrestle Talk with Ollie Davis on YouTube.
Yeah,
like that is how I keep up to date with wrestling at the minute. And King Ross is WTF moments, and that's the only way I get the.
He's no Plumpy. He's no Plumpy.
He's no Plumpy.
I
but
love Plumpy.
But between What Culture and Wrestle Talk, that's the only way I get to keep up, and it does look really good. And the big match that you alluded to for next week on SmackDown, I don't know if it'll happen. I just think someone will intervene and they'll not get to fight. Something will go down.
Nah, I think look, triple threat. That's all I'm saying.
It's a dream match, though. Those two against each other is a dream match, and it would be really good if it did happen. I just don't think it will. Somebody will interfere.
It's not the dream.
They have actually spoilt it. They've released the SummerSlam poster, and it has revealed the two possible main events, and the SmackDown one has somewhat been spoiled. And you think, well, you like Phil says, we kind of know what probably will happen next week.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
It is a shame. But that's WWE for you, isn't it?
I just think Vince is completely out of touch.
He needs to go. He needs to step down. It needs to be Triple H.
He needs to step back. Yeah, because Triple H has got a fairly good handle on things, and it's like, I don't know if you saw that Christian had tweeted, "I wonder if these fit," about his boots. Because basically he's like, because he's kind of thinking, I'm retired, I don't really want to be retired, but because he has, I think it's 3 concussions or something like that, Vince will not let him wrestle again.
No.
Same with Daniel Bryan and stuff, because of the concussions.
Well, Daniel Bryan's a bit of a weird one because the WWE guys won't clear him, but every other doctor in the country has apparently cleared him.
Yeah, exactly. But it would be the same with Christian, and Randy Orton has said that he would love to have another feud with Christian again, and it's like, bring him back. Those two had some of the best matches of all time, so it's so good. But it's I definitely think the lightning in a bottle that was a lot of things has passed, and he's trying to catch it again. He's standing there with a bottle in each hand, and he's just getting hit in the head, and with every shock he takes to the head, he just becomes more and more removed, and it's time for some fresh perspective.
Yeah, I think they're getting there. Certainly the women.
Yeah, it's improving from what I understand and from what I try to keep up with. So, it does look like it's getting better.
Personally, anybody who saw that Bayley Sasha match the other night was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
That was brilliant.
Now, who would you prefer to heel turn in that, Sasha or Bayley?
I don't know. It's difficult for Bayley to heel turn.
Yeah, because she's too likable.
It's not only that, but her character is that. The only way she could do it is obviously her character is that of a wrestling fangirl. So if she went all stalkery, perhaps, but that would basically ruin Bayley. She could never get back to that. So I think because Sasha's a bit more fluid, she could maybe do it. But at the moment, there's only one person who's going to be the best heel, and that's Alexa, because she's fucking great. She's the best heel in the company. Male or female, she's the best heel in the company. And yet she's the nicest person in the company, which is often the case. But she would never work as a babyface, Alexa. In fact, if you go back and watch the NXT stuff where she was a babyface, she wasn't very good. It's like Triple H is a babyface, I'm just not buying it. I'm waiting for your heel turn. But yeah, Bayley, the way I see it, she needs to go Mick Foley-ish. So, like Cactus Jackie. So they've done this thing now, sort of, obviously at the end of that match, where they said, Bayley, that's not the same Bayley we've seen in the past. They needed to go a bit fucking Bubbles hardcore.
Yeah.
That was my first thought when I heard that.
That's what they need. That's what they need. Hardcore! That'll be awesome.
I was actually going to make a Botchamania clip to that, but I couldn't find the stuff.
You should totally do that.
I might still do that, actually.
You should totally do that, Harriett. That'd be awesome. But, excellent. So, so wrestling. I mean, it is interesting. I want to see more Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman. Because Brock's leaving the company apparently soon.
Yeah, I think he's going back to UFC, isn't he?
So they've got to put the belt on somebody. I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to a triple threat: Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe in anything. Just anything is gold. And it looks like we finally get Finn Balor.
He was always great in TNA.
Oh,
he's been great anywhere he went. So.
But we are living in a universe where two of the biggest draws in WWE are Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. Because AJ can do nothing wrong, obviously. Yeah. AJ Styles. But there you go. Groovy. Phil.
Yes.
SDCC. Anything that you sort of caught your eye before we move on?
It was mainly trailers for me, because obviously I work quite long hours and don't get a lot of downtime, and my phone, I'd broken my phone screen, so I didn't have a good phone to watch stuff on. Thankfully it's back and fixed.
Woo-hoo!
But like a lot, I didn't see a lot of toy reveals. People have sent me pictures and stuff, like the Ghostbuster Turtles, which I think are amazing. They'll probably have to be bought. The fact that they revealed that they're going to be doing a series of the real Ghostbusters figures,
looks like
Diamond Select.
About time.
I think there's going to be 6, I believe. So I'm sure we'll probably get the 4 guys and probably Janine and maybe a Slimer. You've just sent me a link for the other one that I was going to talk about, so like the new Rodimus. It's the last Transformer I bought was Gnaw, the little mini Gnaw, and that's basically just because he's a good little despot. So yeah, that Rodimus is looking quite cool. That could get me to buy something. I have had no want or need to buy anything movie related or anything like that. No. I saw the movie. It was that was not Hot Rod. Getting into movie trailers, I don't know if you're going to specifically go into them movie by movie, but very impressed by the new Thor trailer. I hate saying this because it makes me sound like such a Marvel fanboy. The Justice League trailer just kind of left me cold. It looks good in places. I just really hate Ezra Miller as the Flash.
Really?
Yeah,
Those
like
are
see
the
that
best parts of it.
This is that bit at the end where he goes, "Oh, that's really rude." It's just he's exactly the same in everything. It's like he can't change the way he talks or can't change the character he plays.
Well,
I'm hoping
he wasn't quite like that in Fantastic Beasts, mate.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's true. But I'm going into that with an open mind because I want to like it because I really enjoyed Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. The whole final fight didn't need to happen, but that's a discussion for another time.
But movie, mate. It's always going to happen.
I know, but like he'd won. She thought she'd won. You know, he didn't need to reveal himself. Blah 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 blah. Anyways, but I really enjoyed it. So like, I'm not completely anti DC the way everybody seems to think I am. Yeah. I really want this Flash to be good because I love Gotham. I love the Flash TV series. I love Legends of Tomorrow, which I watched all the trailers for. All the seasons are looking good. I literally only watched the Gotham trailer about 20 minutes before we started recording, and it's like, oh, Scarecrow. So there's a lot of good stuff coming out of it. And then I managed to view the Infinity War footage, and to say I lost my shit is an understatement. I don't know if you've seen it.
Bits of it.
Really
bits of it.
There's a link to the whole thing. It's in its entirety, but at an angle with somebody's head blocking one corner of it. But you could basically make out everything. And oh my god, gimme right now. Then obviously we've got Black Panther and stuff coming up. So like
Thor looks good.
Thor. That Thor trailer was just like, I really liked the first one because of the use of the music and stuff in it, but then they've kind of dropped the Guardians kind of music and they just put in like that orchestral thing, and I really liked whatever that orchestral music was, so hopefully that's part of the backing track to the movie. And it didn't reveal too much, but it revealed enough, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah,
very Jack Kirby. Very Jack Kirby.
Very, very. And it's the shortest Marvel movie to date. 1 hour and 40 minutes, allegedly.
That's all it needs to be. Oh,
Yeah, you know,
doesn't need
it's,
to be long.
people are going, oh my god, it needs to do Planet Hulk, and it needs to do Ragnarok, and it needs to do this, and it needs to do that, and
It's
it
an
needs
action
to set up
film.
Infinity War.
It's an action
It's
film.
like, no, it doesn't need to do that. It's an action. They're saying it's a buddy comedy.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't need to be 2.5 hours long. You know, it's like, so yeah. Trying to think what else. I'm sure you'll probably jog my memory with other things as we go. Oh, Defenders, the Defenders trailer. 18th of August can't come quick enough, and I'm working that weekend, so I'll be not sleeping during the day as I watch it and then go work all night. But no, there's a lot of things came out of it. A lot of sort of announcements. We got to see Brie Larson, what she's going to look like. The Skrulls being the villain for Captain Marvel.
Well, yeah.
And it's set in the 90s, and people are going, oh, well, why didn't she help out in Avengers 1? Well, if it's set in the 90s and she becomes Captain Marvel, do you not think maybe she wasn't on Earth?
Yeah, well, she's effectively their Green Lantern, isn't she? So
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, she's just not been around, and then people are like, oh, well, she's not in Infinity War Part 1 either, and it's like, yeah, well, when she figures out that it's all happening, she'll come back to Earth and be in it in Part 2, you know. So people are so... But yeah, no, I'll let you go because you'll probably jog my memory with other things as we go along.
I think there was a Stranger Things one, wasn't there? Which I still need to see the first series, if I'm being honest.
I do as well. I have it on my download to watch, but it's kind of... I will watch it eventually.
I can't stress how much everybody of our age or that is a nerd or loves 80s you know, nostalgia and 80s memorabilia or was a child 80s, how much they need to watch that show. I sat down, I had been told about it, I sat down to watch the first episode. Ariel was about 7 or 8 weeks old. Kim was in London seeing the Harry Potter play.
Yeah.
So I sat down, Ariel was asleep on my knee, and I was like, I'll watch an episode of this just to see what it's like. At the end of the final episode, which I basically watched them all back to back, it was kind of like, oh, where did that day go? You know? But like, I just could not stop watching. It's just unbelievable. The kids in it are amazing. Winona Ryder is just unbelievable. As the mum of Will, it's just, and then the trailer for season 2 is just like, holy crap, because that's some good shit right there, and you know, like, hell, the kids are dressed as Ghostbusters, you know, in the trailer, you know, so, you know, but it's I definitely recommend it. It's everybody needs to watch it. It's up there.
Well.
I've only seen one couple of people say that they didn't like it, but obviously not for everybody. But you know, I think most people of our irk will definitely enjoy it.
Excellent stuff. Sorry, is that? No? Oh, thought somebody was interjecting. That's fine. Well, yeah, and obviously Justice League, I think it looks brilliant. Sorry. But I really can't wait. It was nice to see Ben Affleck basically come out and say, all you people saying I'm leaving, I'm not leaving.
I'm happy about that because I like him as Batman.
He's great as Batman. He's brilliant. They all look great. Jason Momoa looks like he's going to be the standout. Frankly, it looks like Aquaman's finally going to be considered cool, which is nice because I've always thought he was cool. But Jason Momoa, he is, right?
Yeah. You know, you think, oh, he's just the joke, but now, you know...
Hey, you can't
Jason,
say that anymore.
No, Jason's going to play a great character with him. When I saw the trailer, I thought, yep, Aquaman's going to be cool again. I'm really happy with this.
He looks to be having fun with it as well. He looks to be having a whale of a time.
See, this is the thing. That's where I disagree. I'm not a big fan of Aquaman anyway, and I kind of look at him and go, that doesn't look like Aquaman. But again, the movie might change my mind about that. I'm just not too sure about it. But I'm not going, oh, you suck. You know, I'll give it a chance. I'm
getting the feeling that he's kind of a mix between 90s Aquaman and sort of classic Aquaman, as it were.
Yeah.
So he's a bit of both, which is good, which, you know, it makes sense that he would be. Unlike you, I do think Ezra Miller looks good as the Flash, and I really like Ezra Miller anyway. I think he's really good.
I've kind of come round to the suit. Don't get me wrong; it's growing on me. When I saw the pictures at first, it was kind of like, but then I'm kind of like, what is it? Was it 90s Flash series? That kind of sort of like what was it? Was like velour or something. And then obviously we've got the current show where the suit is kind of like leathery and stuff. And but I'm not totally against it. I actually thought, in the original sort of like trailer thing that they did, where he's not in the suit and he's like, do you want to? Yes, I don't have Can we? I don't have any friends, kind of thing. I like that. I don't know. It was just maybe it was just the delivery of that line where it was just like, oh, that was rude.
I thought it was funny.
I could see where they were going for it. It just didn't hit well with me, but then, but that doesn't mean that he's going to be bad. So that's what I'm saying. I'll go in with an open mind. I went in with an open mind to them all. Obviously, Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman didn't hit with me, but Wonder Woman did, thankfully. So hopefully, this one will, because it does look a bit brighter and stuff. So.
I mean, what about you, Harriet? Obviously you said you'd seen it. What did you think of the Justice League trailer?
I liked it. I haven't seen Wonder Woman yet.
Good.
But I do want to see it because I have heard great things about it. Wasn't a fan of Batman versus Superman. Not really. That was just not good for me. But yeah, I saw the trailer and I thought, okay, this is giving me a little bit more hope. Like Phil, I'm going to go in with an open mind and watch it and see what it's like. But I have preferred Marvel films to DC, but that's just my preference. I've just thought the DC films haven't been good, or they could be better, but like I said, I'm hoping Justice League will kind of restore my faith in that.
I think, I can certainly see why people wouldn't like them and would like the Marvel films, and I'll be honest with you, I've been getting a bit bored with the Marvel films of late. Spider-Man was okay. It was alright.
I haven't seen Spider-Man yet either. I need to.
Okay. It's fine. It's just, I've seen John Hughes teen films. So, I mean, it's got that kind of feel to it. Certainly the best thing in the whole movie is Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton is phenomenal.
He's brilliant.
I've heard that, yeah.
Oh, he's the best thing by a country mile.
There is one scene, without going spoilerific, it's Michael Keaton not as a Vulture, but as Toomes. And he's in a car. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And that scene alone...
Yeah.
It's a conversation piece. There's no action. It's just dialogue between characters, and that scene alone is worth the price of admission. That
Absolutely.
Michael Keaton just acts the hell out of that role, and I really enjoyed it. I'm probably not the most sort of like best person to sort of like critique a kind of movie like that. There was things that I thought were a little silly, but it's a Spider-Man movie. I just think Tom Holland is probably the closest Spider-Man from the comics that we've had.
Absolutely.
The reveal of who one character is at the end, even though it's not that character, kind of confused me, and they've had to explain it off screen, obviously, to fans who are a bit like, what? So that was a bit, but apart from that, and then the after credits scene, setting up what it sets up is just, it's just like, okay.
It's very good. It's very good. And Captain America's quite funny as well.
Oh yeah, the very, very end one. Yeah, that was spoiled for me, unfortunately, but I didn't know the content of it. But no, I had a little chuckle at it. So, but yeah.
But it's definitely a good film. It's a good film, but it's not. I don't know. I'm kind of done with messing about now. Get me Infinity War, please. Get me Drax meeting Doctor Strange. So I want to see that. I would say that a lot of toy reveals. Obviously, you've said about Rodimus already for the Transformers. Very, very happy to see Power of the Primes is going to be the next line of Transformers that they're bringing out, and it's basically Hasbro just spaffing their load on Power Masters, Target Masters, Headmasters again, and lots and lots of Pretenders. I'm very happy to say, including my two favourite characters in the whole Transformers universe. I'm getting a Dreadwing toy. I'm getting a Dreadwing toy and a Darkwing. Finally, after fucking 30 years, I'm getting a Dreadwing toy. I don't count the Botcon one because I can't get the Botcon one. So that's not on general release. I'm finally getting... He's going to be a redo of Combiner Wars Skydive, I think he is. as is Darkwing. He's not going to be called Darkwind. I think he's Darkwind or something like that. He's going to be. And they combine as well. They actually combine as planes, which they never did in any of the toy form apart from the original, which is really, really cool. We get a brand new Autobot Jazz as well, which is really, really good. Brand new Leader Starscream, because, Leader Starscream. To be fair, though, he looked really big, chunky, and massive. And like I say, we're getting Skullgrin, of all things, as a pretender. So he's got a little robot inside who turns into a big head, which is going to be Liège Maximo, who is an old character from G2, basically. But the Skullgrin case looked great, and not only that, they leaked some pictures as well, which has caused quite a bit of stuff on the internet of the next year's sets of figures, basically. So we're getting Dinobots. We're getting all the Dinobots, including a new one called Slash. Apparently they combine. Not much of a fan of that, but you don't have to combine them. You're getting Insecticons apparently as well. You're getting a new Wind Charger. Looking through the list that I've got here. There, a brand new Optimus Prime because obviously you're getting the Rodimus. You're getting Rodimus in his shattered glass colours basically, which I want. I'm going to need that. You're getting Primal Prime. You're getting Primal Prime from the Beast Wars, which I'm very excited about. I know you're not that much of a fan of them, Phil, are you?
No.
Which is a shame. But what else are you getting? Dreadwind, we've seen Moonracer. Oh, you're getting female Autobots. You're getting all the female Autobots now. Blackwing is what... Blackwing is what Darkwing's going to be called.
Ah, yes.
Darkwing, let's face it. You're getting the Terracons, so you're getting the Abominus. It's basically we're getting Abominus, which I'm very happy about as well. Again, one of my favourite combiners. So I'm very happy about that. There's loads of them. Where are we? We're getting Elita 1, which is great. We're getting a brand new Grimlock. Oh, I tell you what, we're getting an Autobot called Inferno, but it isn't Inferno, it's RID Prime. So it's from Car Robots. Yep. So we're getting that version of that robot, which I'm very happy about, because that's my favourite Optimus Prime. Toy, anyway. Grimlock looks to be a leader. I think we're getting two versions of Grimlock. We're getting a big one and we're getting a deluxe. I will be buying the hell out of the Dinobots because, Dinobots. The other thing that it looks like we're getting, Predaking.
Yeah.
Who bleeding rare? Love Predaking. Now, these are leaks, so we're not entirely sure if that is exactly what we're getting. We're also getting all the Pretenders as well, so we're getting, like, Finback, and we're getting Cloudburst, I do apologise. We're getting Bombburst. I always want to refer to them as their Master Force guy. We're getting Metal Hawk. We're getting Octopunch. It looks like we're getting Octopunch and Bludgeon and all those. Yep. This is great for me. This is
from that little grainy photograph. Octopunch looks quite faithful.
He looks exactly the same as when I had him as a kid. Which is no bad thing. For anybody listening who doesn't know, this is my era of Transformers, sort of the late 80s, early 90s. This also means that it's quite possible that the next set of Autobot toys or Transformers toys, possibly Micromasters. And then I'll be literally the pig in shit at that point. Because that is definitely my era of Transformers. That is definitely what I wanted for so long from Hasbro. Just to bring these bloody things out. And finally we're getting them. The other good thing is, it looks like Visionaries are coming back.
Yeah.
They are.
So I saw it, yeah.
That's fantastic. They're going out in December in IDW Comics. I think the idea is if they sort of breed a bit more popularity, because they did an SDC set with Leoric in there. Again, I cannot tell you how long I've waited for that kind of thing. I probably will never get the SDC set, but just to see a figure of Leoric in 2017 is amazing. So really, really good stuff. There's some good Turtles toys coming out as well. They're bringing out a Mutagen canister, which is a prop replica from the 91 film. It was the Turtles 2, which is great. They're doing. Have you seen the Raph disguise?
Yes, is it a hot? No, it's not hot.
NECA.
It's Mecha. Yeah, that looks so good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll put the picture up for Harriett so she can see it. Basically, it's Raph in his disguise in the original Turtles movie.
Oh, let me have a
When he's
look.
going round the
Oh, yes. I remember that. Oh my god, that looks so cool.
I know. It looks really faithful. I'm like, this is amazing. Why? Where has this been all my life? The other great thing that they said that we're going to do about the Turtles as well is NECA. Again, NECA have been knocking out the park the Turtles for some reason. They do a range of figures that are basically from video games. So they did a Batman sort of in his pixelated colours from the Spectrum game or the Commodore game. They're doing the same thing for the TMNT video game. So you're getting a General Krang. Whoa. And then the Rock General as well. And you're getting Slash. There's loads of them.
Yeah, so Slash, General Trag, and Granitor. Did they not do the Turtles and or Shredder as an SDCC exclusive?
Yes,
though. Yeah,
they did.
Well, they'll probably release that, but as a different color scheme or something. You know, it'll not be identical. Kind of like with the way we got like the Classics Lano, and then we had a Classics Lano SDCC, which had different paint scheme and stuff. Premium paint and crap like that. So I'm kind of hoping we'll get those out as a figure that we mere mortals can buy.
Oh yeah,
as well. So.
They definitely will be. They're bringing loads of Ghostbusters figures out as well. Diamond Select, this is. I don't know if you saw any of those, Phil.
I only saw the listing. I didn't see any pictures. Obviously, we've got all of the Ghostbusters 2 figures. Yeah. The dark suit. I like the way the diorama seems to be the Firehouse front this time, I believe.
Yes, yeah. Firehouse front with the Ghostbusters 2 sign.
Yeah. I think it also comes with the ones. Yeah, it comes with both signs.
Yeah.
So you're basically getting Vigo.
The Vigo!
Yeah.
More importantly, you're getting a Janosch.
Yeah.
If I get one figure, it will be the Janosch.
Yeah, Lewis in his Ghostbuster getup and stuff, and then obviously the slime blowers and the charcoal suits. The Wave 3, I think it is my favourite. Unfortunately, there's no pictures of those at the moment. Which, as I said earlier, is the real Ghostbusters wave, which I so can't wait for.
That's what I want.
I'm definitely buying these.
Yeah.
The thing with these is, I had wanted to start getting these, and then I saw the size that the diorama of the top of the Zool building, even Candor's design for the Zool temple. It's just like, it's so big, I have nowhere that I could put it. I got all of the Ghostbusters Playmobil stuff, and I had to do a major shift just to fit that firehouse, and that is huge.
And this way you can't get away with saying it's for Ariel.
No. Well, see, the thing is, it's Playmobil, and I've already told Kim when she's older she can get her hands on those and play with them. But for now, they're in a glass cabinet. But so yeah, like maybe they'll do the real Ghostbusters ones the way they did with the original wave of these, where they did 2 variants.
Yeah.
Ones without the diorama, and as much as I would love the diorama, I just would never, ever have any room to put them. It's unbelievable, but it just looks so good. Speaking
of Ghostbusters as well, they did do a panel at SDC 2017, and it was Ivan Reitman who was talking about sort of the future of the property. And he's basically been very even-handed about it. He said it was clear that a lot of people weren't happy the original Ghostbusters world wasn't included in the new one, which even I will admit probably was a bit of a failing. I think if they'd put a bit more continuity in, it would have shut a lot of people up, if nothing else. But that led to Ghostbusters 101, which is a comic where the new generation Ghostbusters, they learn directly from the originals. So it was Eric Burnham who does the Turtles comics for IDW, and he's really good. I love Eric Burnham's comic. And it was basically McKinnon interacting with Spengler and that kind of thing. So he gave him an idea for a new film. So it looks like Reitman isn't dropping, or at least isn't thinking of dropping the female cast, which is great news.
I think the female cast will be weeded down. I don't know if we'll get all 4 back.
Do you know what? I think we should, but I think they should...
Yeah.
they should maybe integrate that world with the original world a little bit more.
Yeah. Like I
Or make
Sigourney
it very...
Weaver should have been Dana. You know, it should have been Peter. It should have been Winston. It should have been, should have been Ray. You know, like not just random these actors appearing as random characters. But
either that, or make it very, very clear that this is a parallel universe we're talking about.
Yeah,
which they kind of didn't. Which is fine.
See, maybe that's what they will do. Maybe they'll make it in some kind of sequel. They'll make it a parallel universe, and the universe, or they'll do a tear in space, and they two will interact to do something. I'm not up with the idea of them doing a CGI Egon. No. I'd rather they tip the hat to the fact that he is the one that brought everything about, but obviously he's passed, sort of that kind of thing. But then,
his family's basically given the go-ahead for it.
Yeah.
So really, at the end of the day, it's not up to us.
No, it's not, and we do know somebody out there that can do a very, very good impersonation of Harold Ramis.
Well, they did it with Will Huff Tarkin, and I am one of the few people I know who was really down with Tarkin in Rogue One. I thought he was great.
I loved Rogue One. I didn't mind that. I didn't even mind them redoing Leia as young as well.
No, I tied it in.
Yeah, so like, so I'm not totally. I think that's just kind of me being sort of so sentimental. But then if they put him in it and then I go and watch it, I'm not going to be or anything like that. If anything, I'll probably shed a tear because I know that it's not the man himself. So, but
yeah,
but, and then obviously we've got the animated movie, which I think everybody is kind of hoping is going to be the real Ghostbusters. It's
apparently going to be told from the perspective of the ghosts. So I'm not sure whether that's going to be the case, but I'm sure we'll find out. One last thing that I want to show from SDCC, the last thing I noticed was Super 7 and their reaction figures. Now these are great. If you've never experienced these before, they are action figures done in the style of the old Kenner Star Wars figures, but for properties that maybe didn't get the love they deserved back then. So Back to the Future, you get Back to the Future action figures, Alien and Aliens, that kind of thing. And Super 7 have just thought, what if Masters of the Universe figures weren't 5 inches and full of muscles? What if they were done in that style? So they brought out a whole load of them. And they're great.
I love them.
They're brilliant. I need them all.
Amazing.
So they've done Battle Armor, He-Man and Skeletor, they've got Cobra Khan, they've got Stratos, they've got Teela, and they've got Zodak. And they look so good. They're going to be £15 per figure, they are. But 3.75 reaction figures. These are wave 3, and they look so good. They brought out other ones as well. They've got an alien power loader in the sort of like Transformers decoy style with an alien queen. That was really good. Scrolling down, they've done a Wind Raider and a Roton in the muscle. These are in the style of muscle figures, if you remember them. They were really good, and they've done them in purple and orange. I would want both.
I like the fact that the two different colours, the He-Man and Skeletor, have different weapons.
Yes.
So there is. It's not just one's orange and one's purple. It's like one is like the orange ones are their original armor with the Havoc staff and the Power Sword, and then purple is the battle damage armor and the axe and Skeletor with the Power Sword. It's so good.
I think they're great.
Yeah. They
look so good. It's just what reminds me of my childhood straight away, that kind of thing. Even though they weren't part of my childhood, they just look like they should be, and that is a hard thing to do for a toy company. That is. The reaction stands. They do little stands in the sort of the G.I. Joe style as well. They are so good. They're done in really bright primary colours, and they got a crystal one as well. They're great. They're doing pictures. They're doing figures of Heavy Metal, which is a film I've not seen but I'm aware of. So they're sort of very Jack Kirby-esque weirdness, but not interested in that particularly. Scroll down even further. There's a Masters of the Universe figure carry case with Merman outside it.
Yep, the Merman looks brilliant. If I was ever going to get in these, I think Cobra Khan and Merman and the one that you're going to say next in the next picture, I would when we get to He-Man again would be my shopping list.
Yeah. The carry case is great though. I want the carry case.
It's so retro.
Oh, it's amazing. It's exactly the sort of lunchbox I would have had as a kid. That's what they need to do. You need to get a company to go back and buy up all these Thermos licenses that they have and re-bring out old lunch pails and stuff. I would totally buy that stuff.
Did you know Dave Bautista collects lunchboxes?
Yep. He bought.
Well, no way.
Yeah. I think he bought one for his girlfriend at the time, or his wife at the time, and he thought, "Oh, these are quite cool." He just kept buying them, so he collects old lunchboxes and lunch pails and stuff. Because he's a massive nerd, is Dave Bautista.
He's a massive nerd.
He's a huge fucking nerd. He's great. I can't wait to see him in Infinity War. I really can't. Out of all the actors out of Guardians, and out of all the actors who came back for Guardians, he was the best.
Yeah.
He was great.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, he was wasted in 2." No, he was brilliant in 2.
No, he was great in 2, yeah.
My nipples! You know,
I can't wait to see him in Blade Runner 2049 either. Because he's apparently a major part of that. He was really good in Spectre. As the bodyguard guy. You can see him sort of coming along. He's going to be Rock version 2.
Yeah.
I think because The Rock did so well and he's so good, I think he's sort of blown that myth apart that you can't be good if you're a wrestler. Because Cena's great in the films I've seen him. He's especially good in Sisters. If you've not seen that one, he's really good. He's quite good in Trainwreck as well, the Amy Schumer film. So I really hope sort of he does it. Well in Hollywood as well, John Cena, because I really like John Cena. I kind of like him.
Yeah, I like him too. Yeah, he gets hate for no reason.
He seems like a nice guy. And he's super good at what he does.
Have you seen the video where he does actually John Cena, where he joins all of the internet things? He joins Twitter and Instagram and
I need to see that as well.
It's actually some of the replies he gives to some of the questions he's asked. There's a Ron Swanson version of it as well. The guy that plays Ron Swanson,
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman. So because he just doesn't use the internet at all.
No, doesn't care.
And so he's on like Twitter and Facebook, and then people are asking him questions about woodwork, and it's funny. You just got to go watch it.
Favourite thing. It was really good. Was Cena in the Southpaw wrestling stuff that they did? If you've not seen that,
that was amazing. I've rewatched that once a week. It's fantastic, and they're making a second series of it.
Allegedly, they've found new footage.
Yeah. I think Seth's in it. Seth Rollins.
Oh, I hope so. But Cena he was great, and as Rusev was as well.
There's a great scene where Jericho nearly broke character. You could see his face as it's like. Sort of when Rusev was trying to like the chickens, they tried to take the chickens.
if you know, I mean, if you're not a fan of wrestling and you want to see wrestlers being actual human beings, that and up, down, down are two of the best things that are sort of broken kayfabe, which needed to be broken. But yeah, very, very good. Anyway, moving on. So the next set of figures I really need in my life. These are great. They're called Star Worst figures, and they're knockoffs of knockoffs.
Oh, brilliant.
So they're figures done in the style of these Mexican figures that you would find. So you've got Black Falcon, who is obviously Darth Vader, but not. So he's got massive horns on his helmet and a big red sword.
Darth Vader and Skeletor mashed into one.
Basically. You got Bachelor, which is Yoda, but with a bat face for some reason. The Robot Reaper, which is the Grim Reaper, but as a Jawa.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. You've got X2 the Unknown, which is Luke Skywalker, but with an X for a face. The Gas Phantom, which is Greedo, I think, mainly.
I think so.
Yeah. Mash up a Greedo and sort of Succus and all them sort of thing. And my personal favourite, Snake Tut, which is sort of a mash up with Mumra and Imperial Officer.
Commander.
Well, Cobra Commander and Imperial Officer as well, because he's basically got an Imperial Officer's uniform.
Yeah.
They're awesome. Yep. How cool are these? Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Really good idea as well. I would want more of these sort of things. They can do knockoffs of knockoffs, yes please.
I actually bought Kim the Doc Brown one.
Oh yeah?
They're actually pretty decent little figures.
Oh yeah, I'm going to have a look at them for LFCC, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a minute. The last one is Trapjaw. They've actually brought out a Trapjaw. And the packaging is great. It's really sort of G.I. Joe-ish.
I like the artwork as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The actual artwork on the packaging is kind of like G.I. Joe, so it puts it in an action position.
Yeah.
And the figure itself, really good.
Yep.
Yeah. I for $15, I would totally pay. Obviously, with £15 over here, but if I can find these, I totally want them. I need them. I think they're just so fun, and that's what is sorely lacking in some action figures these days. It seems that Hasbro and certainly Super 7 have said, let's just do fun stuff.
Yeah,
that's what collecting should be about. I mean, if you've not seen Harriet's videos on the wrestling figures she collects, she's having a blast with them.
People are probably going mad because I'm taking them out of the boxes.
Oh, screw that. Take them out of the boxes, they're toys.
Exactly.
I only have... Out of all my Funko Pops, there's only 5 of them still in the box. One of them is still in the box because it's for Nicole at Squirrel Girl. She's getting given that. And the other ones are ones that I just don't really care about, like Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Female Thor. But everybody else is like, out on display. Like, I just don't keep stuff in boxes.
The only ones I have in boxes, I've got a 2007 SDCC Destro. You know the one with the leopard skin?
Yes,
got
yes.
Pink Daddy Destro. And I've got a Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, nice.
G.I. Joe figure. He's never coming out because he's just too important to me. He's probably my favourite wrestler of all time is Sergeant Slaughter.
Yep.
And also great G.I. Joe character as well. But, yeah, that was SDCC and the main bullet points of that. Now, obviously, this weekend, we're all off on a bit of a trip.
I'm off on a bit of a trip in...
A few hours.
9 hours?
About 9 hours.
I'm an old man, and I've been working all day. My brain is a bit frazzled. About 9 hours, roughly. I have to get up at 3:30.
Ugh.
My flight is at 6:30.
Well, we won't keep you too much longer then, Phil.
No, I'll just sleep on the plane.
Like I say, yeah, you are an old man.
I'm an old man. Methuselah was my brother.
I'm staying next door.
My younger brother.
To LFCC. I'll be staying next door to LFCC. I'll be at the Hilton Olympia.
Nice.
10 minutes from the Olympia, a walk, so...
Well, we're making a bit of a holiday of it, so we're staying 2 nights in the Olympia. We're going to see Hamlet the Saturday night with Andrew Scott.
Nice.
Plays Moriarty in Sherlock, if you didn't know. And then the day after, on the Sunday, we're going to the Park Plaza Baker Street. So we're actually staying in Baker Street for 2 days.
Woo!
Which is going to be nice. And then we're off to Watford to see a friend. So that should be nice. But, yeah. So, LFCC. Harriet, what are you looking forward to LFCC? What are you going to be doing?
Well, wrestling's going to be my main thing, because I'm actually doing a photo op with William Regal on Saturday and Edge and Christian on Sunday.
Cool. I
just can't wait.
I'm kind of thinking about going up to Regal's desk at some point and getting a photo op or a photo shoot. That should be cool. Or an autograph or something. Because it's William Regal. Come on, man.
Exactly. You
Um,
have to.
Demolition is there as well, which is weird.
Yep.
Yeah. The full list of... Wait, let me just get the full list of wrestlers. I know Sal Calval's there, and everyone's
She's
just like...
And Tara, Victoria,
Victoria,
or whatever she's called these days.
I think that's it.
I think that's it, yeah.
Regal, Victoria, SoCal Val, Edge and Christian, and Demolition. Yeah. That's it.
But obviously, Edge these days trying to be more of an actor, and he's Atom Smasher as well in the Flash. Anybody else you're looking forward to seeing there, Harriet, or anything else you're going to be doing?
I'm really... No, I when I saw that Benedict Cumberbatch was there, I was really tempted to get the photo op, but I would cry if I paid £70 to meet him, but that's just me.
My partner's doing it.
Who else? Oh, I don't pay much, to be honest. I'd love to. Maybe later on. Who else? Alan Tudyk, who was in Firefly.
Yeah, and Kid 2SO as well.
Yeah, because I've been watching because he's done a lot of voice work recently.
Loves.
And there's one, you might have seen the photo, I'm cosplaying as Star from Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Yeah.
And he plays the villain in it.
Ah, cool.
So I'm tempted, should I wear my costume on Saturday and go up to him?
Yeah.
I'd love to, but I'm thinking, well, I want to... want to have the photo of William Regal and Edge and Christian would probably think, oh god, it's one of them. That's why I'm kind of debating. But what I might do is I might get the autograph for my boyfriend, because he's a massive fan of the show as well. Or if not, Will Wheaton, because unfortunately he can't make it this weekend. But
Wheaton!
It's Wheaton's fault. So maybe that. And then also,
I was going to say Tudyk as well. Steve Pirate. That's we forget. Dodgeball. Yarr. Yarr. I love that guy. I really love Alan Tudyk. He's in Rick and Morty as well, isn't he? I think.
I have yet to watch Rick and Morty. I know it's on my after star because I'm on season 1. I've got 2 more seasons left, but there's only like 10 episodes each. Rick and Morty is next.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's more watching style for how to act the character. And I think I've got it down now a little bit, but then Rick and Morty is on my tablet, literally waiting to watch. So I'm really looking forward to watching it. There's also a stand that I went to see at MCM Comic Con in May, and it's a company called Toys and Masks, and they're great guys. I got chatting with them a lot. I ran into their booth a lot of times over the weekend because more out of see if I can afford this or if I could just see if I can get that. But they're going to be there this weekend, and apparently, hold on, I did take a screenshot because another YouTuber posted a PM that he got. Where is it? How big the stand is going to be, and I'm literally like, oh, just here, take my wallet, take my bank card, just take everything. Apparently, well, this is what they said. 36 wide racking and 6 tables that we round are full of WWE figures, replica belts, retros, and much more. And I'm literally drooling at this point, thinking this is going to be a massive toy hunt.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it. And they're also encouraging people to vlog there as well.
Cool.
If you're into wrestling, which I'm going to do. I'm going to try and vlog because I don't do that often because I'm concentrating more on photography, but I am going to try and split the two this time if I can. But yeah, that was Will who wrote that message, and another guy called CW Wrestling shared it on his page. So it's okay probably for everyone to know. If you're a wrestling fan, go, because that's probably going to be one of the biggest wrestling stands there.
Yeah, I would thought so.
I can't wait. That's the first place I'm heading to on Saturday, because I think I've got the times now of the photo ops.
Yeah.
So William Regal's not till 10:45, which is perfect, and then Edge and Christian on Sundays in the afternoon, which is fine because I have all day to do whatever. So yeah, I think that's it. Who I'm going to meet, unless I kind of change my mind and see who's available. Matt Lucas has just been announced.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. There's quite a few of them. Matt Lucas, Benny Wong, he's going to be there. Alexis Denisov, Matt Mickelson. That's quite a good one. My mate's getting Cleese. Well, Michael Rosenbaum's going to be there. That might be somebody I need to see, because I not only love Lex Luthor in Smallville, but I also really like him as the Flash in Justice League cartoon as well. Tom Wilson's going to be there, so Biff's going to be there. Cribbins is going to
mention in a long time.
Yeah, but he doesn't really like it. Cribbins is going to be there, and someone I'm definitely going to try and see. She is there on the Saturday, as far as I'm aware. Let's just double check. Yeah, she's there on Saturday. Lala Ward, who played Romana 2 in Doctor Who, was my formative childhood crush at the age of 5 years old. I know that. I know. Really liked you when I was 5. The other one who's there as well, who I kind of want to see. It's I won't be able to. He's on Sunday, but it was Garrick Hagan who played Biggs in Star Wars, Biggs Darklighter.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. John Leeson's going to be there as well on the Sunday, which is annoying. The big one I'm going to be doing, I am getting a photo op with Kevin Smith.
Yes, you are.
And my girlfriend keeps saying, "Oh, it's going to be really sheep dipping and cattle driving." I said, "Probably not with Kevin Smith." I can't see, because Stan Lee, you were told not to talk to him properly. You were allowed to say hello, but you weren't allowed to do anything else. I can't see that working with Kevin Smith somehow.
Well, it was like when I met Chris Evans. He had said in his panel that he wanted everybody that he met to give him a hug.
Yeah.
So I got my photo and like, am I allowed to hug? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like,
and you never let him go.
and I never let him go. He's
still with you.
Pocket.
He's right beside you.
Hi,
So
Chris.
yeah, I definitely think sort of like I think Kevin would
can't
be
see
quite
it.
fun.
Well, I can't see him just not talking. I
No.
can't see it because it's Kevin Smith.
If you watch Batman and Batman, the man can't stop talking.
The man, well, he's made a career out of talking.
Exactly.
Arguably, he's done more talking than he has done with the films. Not that the films are bad, some of them are. But
Which is ironic considering he plays Silent Bob.
oh yeah, exactly. That must be fucking
True.
hilarious. But yeah, her girlfriend's getting Benny Cumberbatch, and she's doing something. I'm not going to say what it is unless it happens. But if it happens, it'll be hilarious. I'll tell you two later on what she plans to do for the photo. But I'm getting Kevin Smith, and there's a few people I might try and see along the way. Phil, what are you going to be doing?
Yes. I have pre-booked the Back to the Future Diamond Talk.
We're doing that.
So I'm into that.
Yeah.
On Saturday, I'm meeting Jessica Henwick,
Oh, cool.
who played Colleen Wing in Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I am also meeting on the Friday. I've got a ticket for a joint photo op with Christopher Lloyd and Tom Wilson.
Oh, cool.
Both me and Kim have purchased that, so we're going to go in as a family. It just means we'll get 2 copies of the photograph.
Fair enough.
So we're going to go in as a family for that. I also on Saturday have my photo op with Finn Jones, Iron Fist himself.
Yep.
And the big one, I've got my photo op booked for Bingo Snatch Cumberdink.
Body Bag Haversack.
Yeah. So,
He's a brilliant.
but yeah.
Benadryl Thundercat.
Yes. But yes, once they announced Benedict Cumberbatch, I just looked at Kim and went, "Oh my God!" And she's like, "Have you not booked your photo op yet?" And I was like, "Ugh." So yes, that was a big one. There are other people on the list I can't really afford. I would have really liked a picture with Will Wheaton. I'm sure there's other ones there. Mads Mikkelsen would have been nice, but again, Kim is actually living out a dream that she has. Big shout out to Paula. Paula was at Memorabilia back in June, I believe it was, and we had originally meant to be going to that in Birmingham as well as LFCC, but things just didn't work out, monetary and stuff like that, so we had to cancel that. And Dean Cain was there, and I messaged Paula slyly and went, "Can you get me Dean Cain's autograph for Kim?" And she did, and it arrived, and Paula, we love you for it. And then last minute, Dean Cain was announced, and Kim has got her photo shoot booked with him.
Yay!
So Dean is the Superman that Kim grew up with,
Yep.
and I would say she probably still has that childish crush on him, so she's all excited about it. She, as I say, she's meeting Christopher Lloyd and Tom Wilson as well, and then she's doing a couple of minor Harry Potter actors.
Yeah.
She's really disappointed. She had booked a photo shoot with Joseph Marcel, who obviously played the butler in Jeffrey in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Kim has watched that series that many times she could probably act in it, and she bought a Carlton t-shirt and a Will sweatshirt just to wear over, and he's cancelled.
Oh no!
So she got a refund through, but yeah, I see Tia Carrera has cancelled now as well, which is a pity. I would have liked to have met her.
Why don't he want her, man? Why did he want her?
And then Mike Coulter has cancelled as well, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that I didn't pay to meet him. But yeah, there's a lot of people on that list that I still would maybe like to. But like, I had toyed with the idea of sort of meeting Pammy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's a bit of a risk though, the Hep C.
Yeah. And then Alison Hannigan, sort of like there's quite a few on there that I would have liked to have done.
Well,
but
it's quite a few Doctor Who ones I may, and Andrew Robinson's going to be there. And if you don't know who he is, he played Garrick in Deep Space Nine. I really love that dude. Deep Space Nine was cool, and he was just a simple tailor. So I don't know. There's a few. Sylvester McCoy's going to be there. I do want to get a photo with Sylvester McCoy. Sadly, Colin Baker had to cancel, which is a shame because I really love Colin Baker. But there's plenty to do. And of course, I'm sure we'll be meeting each other as well.
yes,
Oh, definitely.
That will have to definitely happen.
It's going to be really weird because normally I go to these big events and there's nobody there I know, but this time there's going to be you guys. There's going to be my friend Lee and her partner as well, and it's going to be a big one. It's going to be large, and then it's going to be a really busy day because we're sort of there till about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then we've got to shoot off because it's time to go to the theatre and be all cultural and watch Hamlet for 4 hours.
You're going to be all cultural and watch Hamlet, and Kim and I are toying with the idea of dressing as Team Rocket and putting Ariel in a Pikachu outfit.
Oh my god, yes.
Well, you'll look really good as Jessie, mate, won't you?
we actually do have the costumes because Kim's sister and her boyfriend had done it for Halloween. I think it was maybe 2 years ago.
All right.
So the costumes are here and they're coming with us. It's whether or not we actually wear them on the day because but we don't really want to be in like really nice photos with stars dressed as Jessie and James and Pikachu.
This is my dilemma as well.
Thing is, and this is the weird thing, is that I will be there in my usual fucking shorts with a Batman t-shirt on, with a bloody baseball cap, with my glasses and my beard, and it's like, indirectly, I am cosplaying as Kevin Smith. So it's going to be
a photograph of Kevin Smith?
Kevin Smith as Kevin Smith, but not meant to be Kevin Smith. That's just my style, because I'm a fat bloke. Looks like Kevin Smith. So it's going to be, which one's Kev? I don't know. The one not wearing the Star Wars glasses, probably. But yeah, it's going to be a bit weird, that is. It's like, time twin? But yeah.
I don't have really any shopping list.
Me neither.
About the wrestling figures and stuff. If I see something that tickles my fancy, then yes, I might buy. But I'll not be spending oodles of money or anything like that. Because I think the money went on the photo shoots and stuff.
Exactly. It's just going to be a case of looking around. If I see something interesting, cool. If I don't, no biggie. It's fine. I mean, have you got a shopping list at all, Harriet?
No, not really. I always look around a few times, and then if I see anything I like, I pick it up. It just depends how busy it is as well. But luckily, I'm going both days this time. Usually, I just go for one, but I'm going for both. So I might just look around Saturday and then just spend on Sunday mainly. But there are a couple of ones I'm after for the wrestling figures. I'm after the SummerSlam Finn Balor figure. There was also a Demon Pop figure, which is very rare because it's really expensive, and I'm hoping to get one. If not, then I'm just going to have to scour the internet and see if I can find it. But yeah, just whatever I see, and if I like it, I'll get it.
There we go. Brilliant stuff.
There's a couple of other people that are going to be there that we kind of stalk on a sort of almost yearly basis that I'll go and say hi to. The marvelous Nick Roche is going to be there, and John Paul Beauvais will be there. So I'll obviously pop by and say hello to the guys. So
Jess, obviously, Jess Bradley, John,
yes.
JP's lovely wife.
Yep, he's going to be there too. So it's it's going to be fun. It's going to be good just to see. Like, I've never been to a convention on the mainland apart from AA/TFN, so it'll be good just to do something different.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. This will be my 3rd time at LFCC. Probably Harry's 800th time, isn't it?
I never went last year, and I don't think I went the year before.
Kim was at the one where they did.
I can't remember.
Kim was at the one where they did the Back to the Future reunion. Was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
I think that was 2. Yes, I did go to that one.
But she missed out on meeting Michael J. Fox, so she met Christopher Lloyd that year. Humorous story about that. Kim got her photograph with Christopher Lloyd that year, and she put it up as her profile picture. So there's a picture of her and Christopher Lloyd, and somebody who doesn't know me particularly well but knows that I'm married to Kim was talking to my very tolerant mother-in-law, and he was going like, "Oh yeah, I didn't realize Kim's husband was a lot older than her."
Oh, no.
Our mum's like, "Yeah, he is a good bit older, but he doesn't look." And she's "He looks very old in that picture." It's like, "What picture?" "Oh, the one that's Kim on her Facebook." She thought I was Christopher Lloyd.
Nice.
Yeah, Kim is married to Christopher Lloyd. So yeah, we got a grand chuckle out of that.
You are very old.
Yeah, okay.
I do have a similar story. I have a picture at work because I've just started 9 months there, and I don't have many photos with my boyfriend. So I put up a picture of work of when I met Dan Green, who's the voice of Yama Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! And every time everyone comes into the office, they're like, "Is that your boyfriend?" I'm like, no, it's not. No. So it's kind of awkward. But I do have a nice photo I'm going to put up, and then my manager actually said to me the other day, "Yeah, get rid of that photo. I hate that photo because it's not your boyfriend." I'm like, Okay. Will do.
Nothing to do with you, love, but there you go. Oh, well, never mind. Excellent stuff. Well, we are going to have a lot of fun, I think. We are going to have a lot of fun. It's LFCC this year. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a nice little hollybobs for me, because I've been ill the past week. I haven't been very well at all. I caught some, it's like the day before I left work for the holidays. I've been off since last Wednesday. I must have caught something from somebody, so all this weekend I've been really bad with a chesty cough, and not very pleasant at all. Yeah, so I'm going to enjoy my little hollybobs, my little cultural friesse, and LFCC and meeting friends, and meeting friends for the first time. Hello, Harriett.
Hello, Glenn.
So it's going to be that's going to be cool. I haven't seen Lee in about 10 years properly. We've been friends for about 12 years, me and Lee, but we've not met each other that much because we lived opposite ends of the country all the time. So to see her and her fellow is going to be great. I can't wait for that. So yes, we shall meet up. I'm sure we will exchange numbers and stuff at some point, and so we can say hello, how are you? But if you are going to LFCC this weekend, please do enjoy yourselves, and please do be safe, because I don't know, it's London. Be safe. It's a dangerous place apparently. I'm not danger in London, but there you go. Never mind. Harriett.
Yes.
If one were to want to find you on the old wide world of the interwebs, how would they accomplish such a thing?
You may find me on Twitter under Manga Girl 232, and on YouTube. My official webpage is Manga Girl 232, but I've changed it now under Manga Girl, and Facebook Manga Girl Photography. There
we go, brilliant stuff. And Phil, if one were to be allowed to find you on the whole wide world of the interweb, where's the best place to do it, or would you prefer they didn't and stayed away?
If you're already on my friends list, then you know where to get me.
There we go. Excellent stuff. If you want to find me on Twitter, it's at Cymru Nerd Cave. You can also find me on Facebook if you put Glenn, that's with Glenn, Jakeman. Send me a message before you try and add me, because if you don't, I won't add you, because I won't know who you are. And there's a lot of sex bots on Facebook these days for some reason. I don't. Mm-hmm. Very odd. Never used to be. You can also find Back to the 80s at Twitter. It's at BTTE Pod. Find us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/BTTE Pod. You can also find us on the blog, which is Back to the 80s Podcast, .blogspot.co.uk, and at the Back to the 80s forum, which is backtotheeighties.freeforums.net. Just to let you know as well, I am on YouTube, Cymru Nerd Cave. I am going to be putting up new videos, and I have restarted the Tech Spectacular blog. If you go to techspectacularblog.blogspot.co.uk, that is now a thing again. So I look at Transformers Tech Specs and I explain why they're cool and why you should like them, or why they're not cool and why you shouldn't like them. It's pretty simple. We are going to leave you with a song from... Pick an 80s song, Phil.
Take On Me by A-ha.
There you go. We shall leave you...
I was thinking that. Perfect.
We shall leave you this week then with A-ha. A-ha! Take On Me. And a public information film, I would imagine, or a closed down. Might be a closed down. But we'll leave you with that. And like I say, if you are going to LFCC, have an absolutely brilliant time. Hope to see you there. Make yourself known if you do see me. Otherwise, just don't. There you go. It's bye-bye to Harriett. Thanks for coming on again.
Thank you very much.
And it's bye-bye to Phil. I shall see you both there.
You will indeed.
Bye-bye,
Bye, everybody.
See you there. Bye.
take normal holidays, they lie on beaches in the sun. I can't do it. I'm too old and fat.
I'm a serial monogamist.
Oh, what?
It means one at a time, one after the other, and they don't last.
If you don't move, I shall bite you.
How's your vital functions, dear?
Next Thursday at 9, she'll be wearing pink pyjamas on Channel 4.
Well, that's all from Channel 4 for tonight. I hope you've had a delightfully scary night with us, and that you'll join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, on behalf of all of us here, this is Hayden Wood wishing you a very good night. Good night.